Hi everyone. In this week's Crime Files, two teenagers going door to door searching for help after escaping a house of horrors. Here's Fox 26's Randy Wallace.
The twins are seen on this ringtone video. The girl is holding a pair of handcuffs. The homeowners are away in Dallas.
You need some help?
Yes. Can you put let us in, please?
What's wrong with you? What? What happened?
Can you please? We just need somewhere to be right now.
No, we can't do that.
The twins also showed up at this man's door.
And I spoke to them. I didn't open the door. I was like, oh, so what can I do for you? And they were like, please, we need a place to sleep. And I was like, no, I don't know you, so please get off my property. And they left.
The twins are now in CPS custody getting treated at a hospital. They told police they had been handcuffed. What do you think about this?
It's heartbreaking, it's pathetic, and I think it's satanic.
On Monday, their mother, 40-year-old Zakiya Duncan, and her 27-year-old boyfriend, Joe Vitero, and 5 boys ranging in age from 7 to 14 were all subject of an Amber Alert. The couple was arrested in Louisiana. The 5 boys are with relatives. According to court documents, Duncan has been convicted of injury to a child in Baton Rouge. According to court documents, Duncan has been convicted of cruelty to a child in Louisiana. Court documents from 2012 in Baton Rouge state she submerged a 5-year-old child in hot water, causing serious burns. Police say they found a 20-month-old infant wrapped in clothing with his hands bound. The document states Duncan and her then-boyfriend made the victim do push-ups for an hour and forced the child to sleep on a closet floor. Boards were placed in front of the closet door to keep the victim from escaping and stealing food from the kitchen. Duncan was on probation from 2013 to 2020.
Now to the desperate effort to find a missing 2-year-old girl. Harris County investigators say they fear the worst after police say her father strangled her mother to death. Here's Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle.
Why would he do something like this, and why would he do it in front of his children?
Trying to find the baby right now.
And it is heartbreaking, it really is.
Nora Reed says her daughter Nancy's life was in jeopardy, and her last attempt to get away from her common-law husband, Jiron Lee, cost her everything.
He has ruined her life and my sister's life. He has done a lot of damage to my mom's life. While he used to live with my mom, they both stayed with my mom.
Police say the night of October 18th, they responded to a call at this Sonesta Hotel on Bay Area Road. Lee admitted to officers he choked Reed after claiming she was choking one of their young children. 2 young girls, 1 and 3 years old, were in the hotel room at the time, but police say they were not hurt. Nancy Reed later died in the hospital. While investigating, police learned another child, Nadia Lee, had been missing before this incident. She was last seen at Jiron's apartment 2 days before in Pasadena. And evidence found so far indicates little Nadia may be dead. Crews are even checking a bayou nearby.
While we do still have hope that she is found, we do have to put in efforts to search with Tim, just to see if we can locate her in any means.
We're going to continue checking the bio in case something happened in there and something has possibly not floated yet.
Lee remains in jail, and he's not cooperating with police on Nadia's whereabouts. Nora Reed says her loving daughter didn't deserve this and hopes others dealing with domestic violence will run for their own safety.
The first sign of domestic violence, I would just advise whoever's in it to get out. Get out as fast as you can.
Some new video is showing the moments an armed robber storms into this washateria on Houston's northwest side, terrifying a young child. So this happened back in August. A man with a gun went inside the business on Wirt and demanded an employee get money from the register. And then in this video, you'll see he just eventually decides to run away. Well, only on Fox, the mother shares her heartbreak after her son and his wife were identified as the 2 bodies found near an oil field in Baytown. Fox 26's Tiffany Justice with this exclusive interview.
I can't get the guy's picture out of my head. You know, I can't get the horns out of my head. I believe he was a walking devil.
Baytown officials releasing the names of the man and woman found dead in an oil field. Police have connected them as victims of 33-year-old Ron Welch, the suspect who went on a deadly shooting rampage, killing 2 and injuring 2 others. Scott Nolet's mother speaking with us Tuesday, saying the bodies of her son and his common-law wife, Violet Parrish, lay decomposing for at least a week or 2 prior to that rampage.
I don't know why they were out in the oil field. I can just assume that they were overlooking the water after work, and because they always like to be near the water.
Suzanne says she believes Ron knew her son but doesn't understand why he killed him, later going back to the scene to try to say goodbye.
That moment was very hard because I could see how their bodies were laying. There was just so much blood around them, and that's why I'm assuming they got shot multiple times. And the smell was very, very bad.
She says Scott was a talented tattoo artist and always sported a smile. For this mother, her love will never end.
Yeah, that's my boy. And I used to sing him, Scotty boy, oh my Scotty boy. He'll always be my baby.
Now to this story, a mother confessed to killing her own 5-year-old daughter and is now charged with capital murder. With this story tonight, here's Fox 26's Natalie He.
37-year-old Melissa Town was not present in court Monday when authorities detailed how she confessed to murdering her 5-year-old daughter.
The defendant stated she wanted to end the complainant's life because she was an evil child and did not want to deal with her anymore.
Town apparently admitted to police that she brought her daughter to Spring Creek Park in Tomball, sliced her throat with a knife, put a trash bag over her head, then strangled and suffocated her for nearly 45 minutes. Authorities say she then put her 5-year-old in a mesh laundry bag and took her to the hospital.
The defendant stated that the complainant yelled, "I've been good," and the defendant replied, "Stop fighting it."
We've always known her to have some mental problems. I've called the cops on her several times.
Next-door neighbors like Alan Farr reported a pattern of odd behavior.
She would have arguments with my mailbox. At one point, she had a car that she was hitting with a baseball bat.
I know I called at least 4 times.
And I know other people in the
area
area
And other people in the neighborhood did too, because you could hear her screaming, and you would think something was wrong. I feel like the system failed here because something could have been done a long time ago, and this little girl would not have suffered what she did.
Next in Crime Files, a dog is killed, brutally shot multiple times. With this story, here's Fox 26's Randy Wallace.
I'm devastated, How do you explain that to a 7-year-old kid? How do you tell him, hey, somebody walked up and shot your dog?
It happened last Thursday at this home in Kings Manor between 8:45 and 10:45 in the morning. You've got a park across the street.
Yeah,
there was no school. You
there.
would think that somebody saw something.
Somebody should have seen something, absolutely. I mean, the dog was shot 10 times with a pellet gun, and you could only imagine the torture that it went through.
Aww. Chris Kennedy says it was no accident. The standard poodle belonged to his daughter and 7-year-old grandson.
He doesn't even want to play in the backyard now. He doesn't even want to be here. My daughter's worried about these people coming back. Come here and meet some new friends.
This golden doodle named Stevie and 5 puppies were also in the backyard. They weren't shot. Mitchell was struck with 10 pellets.
So they've got to stop, pump, load, shoot again.
Mitchell's killer had to be in the driveway, Kennedy says. A shot through Mitchell's eye socket penetrated his brain.
We just can't act this way.
Pretend for a minute instead of me standing here, as the person who did this. What would you say to them?
Randy, if that person was standing there, you wouldn't be standing there. I'm kind of old school on that kind of stuff. If it was you, there wouldn't be too many more words. I'm an old man, but I tell you what, this kind of behavior it's just unthinkable.
And that is this week's Fox 26 Crime Files.